Alright guys, Bill and Mary back with more Watch Dogs Legion. Still listen to the As Always podcast.
We know he's going to be in it. Like, there's no...
We're continuing on. Probably do one or two more episodes for today.
And I do think...
do have some stuff going on later today at 3. It's currently 1:25.
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
So, yeah.
Depends what they do though. Like if Ant-Man...
Yeah, that should take up... well, yeah, it's actually... I already talked about this. I have to take care of my parents'
Maybe
stuff.
she's the one that shows up.
It's just everyone's getting
3 until
alternative female
probably
versions,
5.
and that's the whole Avengers team.
During the time I'll probably work on editing.
Women now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Circle's on tonight and Big Work anyway, but yeah, as the main focus for tonight would be to finish editing that Big Work Part 10.
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk. Miss Marvel.
I'm doing...
Wow, there's a lot going on.
But yeah, you just don't. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, I don't want Vision to come back just yet in this next Avengers movie as an Avenger. Like, I feel like maybe he'd be the bad guy or a bad guy, or maybe he can show up at the end and save and be like a bit of a hero. But then that feels like Age of Ultron again. So maybe not. I don't know. Is Shang-Chi showing up? What's he doing?
Shang-Chi is chilling in the Asia.
In the Asia?
In the Asia.
A third of the world? Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, he covers that area really quick. He do a big sprint.
What'd you have for dinner last night? Oh, I had some Asian food. Oh, that really narrows it down to a third of the world's cuisine.
Yeah, well, if someone says Asian food, you know what I mean.
No, you don't.
Had a spring roll.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever... What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Shang-Chi is not an Avenger. I feel like he's covering his place, you know? I feel like it'd be weird to take Shang-Chi out of where he comes from. And
okay.
Take him over to, like, fucking the Avengers facility in America.
Racist. Also, check the chat. I just got a screenshot of you when it looks like trying to do, like, an Asian face.
Oh, no. Look what you just fucking said! Oh, no.
Look at that.
Well, I wasn't. You've said that. You've said that that's an Asian face.
I should have said that.
Too late. You fucking said it.
What I meant was, you look like you're doing.
Yeah, let's go and switch.
Of a Chinese person, and it's super racist, and that's you doing.
Yeah, but I'm not. But I'm not doing that. You're just saying that I'm doing that.
Yeah, but you are.
But I'm not. I'm not doing it though.
Tell me what else you're doing in that moment.
I'm, you know, scratching my leg and it hit the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's fucking you, mate.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, I don't think Shang-Chi's gonna be an Avenger, though.
Okay.
Could be, but I feel like he's not.
Okay. Well, if you think that, then that's what's happening.
Yeah, it must be.
So it looks like my What If video might be slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, I did say that.
But today still looks like it's probably going to be still over 4,000 views a day. Unless things drop off pretty quickly later on, but still looking pretty solid.
No, I won't watch it.
I'm going to put tons of references to the Daredevil show in it, and you're going to be like, what does that mean? I don't know what they're fucking talking about. We're all going to be like, he doesn't get it.
Yeah. What references could you do, though? Oh, you can't see. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it would be.
Oh, man. I really hope they bring Daredevil back in some capacity. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no, I hope not. What do you think's going on with the Spider-Man movie, by the way?
Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man, there's no way.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
I think.
Do you really think they're
Spider-Man-
doing multiverse? Because they keep teasing multiverse as an idea. They did it in WandaVision. They did it in Far From Home.
Is that not
and
it?
they're yet to
I thought that was.
commit to multiverse.
Yeah, they keep baiting us, don't they?
Yeah,
they
we've
keep
been baited.
fucking baiting us. They go Spider-Man Far From Home. They go, ooh, multiverse, but actually Mysterio's lying. WandaVision, they go, ooh, multiverse, but actually his name's Boner. So
his name's Boner.
So, are they actually going to do multiverse at some point? Apparently they are, because Doctor Strange got Multiverse of Madness, but I swear to God, if that movie doesn't have any multiverse in it, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. They need to sort this out. Stop baiting multiverse and then pretending it hasn't happened.
I feel like they're just trying to, like, set it up as an idea that isn't so, like,
well, like waiting to see what people think. They're like, oh, how do people think?
They're really, but no, it's more that they're really just trying to. I think they're doing a great job of this because they're really trying to explain it well first, like in the sense of what, like people ask.
Actually, I guess this doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Average Joe that's a casual fan, like,
I'm ready in here.
And it's been said enough times that they'll, by the time the multiverse is actually introduced, they'll already know what it is. Been baited enough times.
I don't mind when they did it in Spider-Man. I thought it made sense. I did not like when they did it in WandaVision, to be honest. I guess my only major criticism of it is that was a weird one.
I really liked it. I really liked it, like they did in WandaVision. And the reason I said that is because I hate the Fox X-Men movies, so I didn't want that to actually ever be connected to the MCU. So I was happy with that.
Then why didn't you even include it to begin with then?
Just go, oh, look at this really cool reveal. Quicksilver is the other Quicksilver. Oh, what does this mean? But actually, he's not even the other Quicksilver at all. It's just a thing where it's like, if you're a viewer, you get the little meme, but then it's not anything at all.
You're a fucking idiot. You got baited, huh?
Oh,
how about that? Got him.
Bad decision. The rest is great though. I'm not a huge fan of that myself, but I'm sure they will do multiverse. And I think they will do it with Spider-Man. I think they've got to do it. I mean, they're playing into it as well. Like, you know, when you look at that whiteboard at the end of that little teaser, there's a lot of little Easter egg things on there that point towards maybe doing multiverse. I feel like that's playing into it too much for it to not be the case. I don't know. But I think
they literally hired someone from another universe to bait you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could happen, mate.
Yeah. I mean, look, Doctor Strange is in Spider-Man 3. Doctor Strange do multiverse bits. I think there's no way.
Wait, Doctor Strange is confirmed to be in Spider-Man 3?
Pretty sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think Kevin Feige said it, but I'm pretty sure it's like all but right.
Well, at least the tips are disabled.
I don't know that.
Mary has sealed herself in her office
I don't know
downstairs.
that either. I feel like everyone said it enough that it's got to be true.
Guards are on the lookout, so do try to survive.
They've willed it into existence.
Great.
But regardless, I hope it's multiverse. I think it would just be a good fucking fun time, to be honest. I think we'd have a lot of fun with it. Spider-Man doing multiverse bits, it'd be entertaining. And yeah, I mean, they've still got to figure out fixing the fact that everyone knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, so...
Oh yeah, I always forget that.
Fuck off.
So I'm like, hey, that's how far I'm ended.
Yeah, exactly. So what are they going to do with that? Who knows? But they've got to figure it out, and multiverse plays...
I guess now he can be an Avenger.
Well, now he's got to be.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows.
Everyone knows he can't have friends or families. It's got to be his job.
He's got to wear. He can't wear the mask.
Come exterminate them, vermin.
Spider-Man.
Hey, I'm Nathan Drake. What?
Hey, yeah, Nathan Drake.
How's that too? Did you see his interview talking about Nathan Drake?
I didn't.
Yeah, and he's talking about, he's like, oh yeah, no, he pretty much said his performance is bad. He pretty much said, he's like, it's just that sort of character where I'm trying to be really cool and like look good. And I'm like, look, hang on, let me get up, because the way he describes it, I'm like, that's not Nathan Drake.
Oh god. Oh man.
Tom Holland raised concerns about complete Uncharted.
Oh. I forgot we had a different thing.
Tom Holland revealing stuff he shouldn't reveal.
Yeah, it was really bad. I think there are elements of my... This is a quote. I think there are elements of my performance in Uncharted where I kind of fell under that spell of being, I want to look good now. I want this to be a cool moment, my cool moment, he said, before adding, my character is supposed to be a fucking action hero in this moment. Holland went on to add that he hasn't seen a cut of the film and is unsure if his approach to the character works. Look, I haven't seen it, so I don't know if I succeeded in that. But it was an important lesson learned because at times it was less about land a mark and go through this scene and more about land a mark, stand like this and see my bulging biceps. It was a mistake and it's something I will probably never do again.
Oh my god. Wow. Holy fuck. That's aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh my god, Tom Holland.
But he's talking about how Nathan Drake's a tough, stoic character. Like, though, no, he's not.
No, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So what I'm gathering from this, James, is that I don't think Tom Holland's played Uncharted.
We don't have
No.
I think we all thought based on his age that he had.
He spoke to Nolan North once.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, and also based on his age that he would at least play them before playing the character. You know what I mean? I feel like Tom Holland's a professional enough guy that he'd do some research.
Yeah, maybe he did. He's
fuck
just
off.
such, like, he's not a gamer that he just didn't get what he was.
Not a gamer.
Well, yeah. Tom Holland's the kind of guy that I'm sure he, plays a bit of FIFA, and that's it. He's not a Henry Cavill, he's not playing World of Warcraft, he's not building his PC on stream, he's not playing The Witcher. So what I'm saying is Henry Cavill should play Nathan Drake, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill should be cast as every character.
Yeah, I think we know that.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Tom Holland needs to stop. I mean, he said he's taking a break, isn't he, from acting now? He doesn't want to do it anymore because he's too much. Like, he's not having a good time.
No, that's
Fucking cast and everything.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said,
What did he say?
this is the first time he hasn't had, this is his last Spider-Man movie he's contracted to do.
At least your
As
timing is
Spider-Man.
good. The police are
So he
coming
doesn't
to
have a
arrest you.
contract up.
I am counting on it, love.
So he's just like, they haven't signed anything and they haven't offered me anything, so I guess I'm gonna go on holidays.
Mary Kelly,
But I thought he said.
you're under arrest.
I thought he said.
I think he needs a break. I think he needs.
He wants to take a break from just accepting roles for a bit. But he also said that with regards to Spider-Man, he'd always play Spider-Man. He'd always say yes to that. But with anything else, he's just taking a break, stepping back.
Yeah, no, I've no doubt he's gonna play Spider-Man again, but I don't think they've offered giving him a
You know, but you're
contract.
gonna let this scum take a white whale.
It's beyond this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's literally not going to be Spider-Man again. No, that's not true.
Who are you
I mean, I just think.
The system or the people?
I mean, I think he has signed another contract with Spider-Man. I just think he's asked for a break, and they're giving him a break. You know, a Marvel break, because he's been like, he did all the Avengers movies. He did Far From Home, and then he went and did Cherry, which seemed like a pretty fucking intense shoot with the Russo brothers. And then he went and did Uncharted right afterwards, and then's gone straight into doing Spider-Man 3.
Good. I'll take care of this.
So he's been like, he literally has not stopped acting really since he got cast as Spider-Man. He hasn't had any break for the last 5 years or 4 years or whatever it is.
Okay.
Since Civil War. Because right after they finished filming Civil War, it's like, alright, they were filming Homecoming. So it's like, 5 years
Well, that's like you got your wish.
non-stop, 6 years.
Mary won't be walking away from
Think
this
about
or
it. So,
anything else.
I mean, give him a break,
I
for
wanted to do
fuck's
this the
sake. I
right way,
get
but
it.
after everything I've seen, I guess I couldn't let
But
her live. She had it coming.
I would be. There's
And
no
it's what
way
she
I don't.
deserved.
Like, I think
For the
he
life
has
she
signed a
destroyed,
contract. I think he's
the
signed
angel?
for a long time.
You did the right thing.
I think Marvel loved him
That's
as
the only
Spider-Man.
kind of justice she could get.
And I think Sony loved him as Spider-Man. He's a fucking
Mary
money-making
Kelly's
machine.
reign of terror is over.
they love that.
That's what matters.
I don't know.
And I think he's pretty
That was
easy to
some
work with,
version of
from what,
justice, but not mine.
what everyone says. So,
I didn't think it was when we started all of this.
it's,
Well, the Queen may be dead, but there are plenty of Count Kelly's peons willing to take up the
or
battle.
are you saying he's doing bits as in like he's doing Twitch donations?
I will
Doing
keep my
Twitch
ear to the
donations.
ground.
He needs to
I
stop.
hear about more
Giving all his money away
crime
for his
shenanigans,
donations.
you'll be the first to know. You're good partners, DedSec. Let's keep it going.
Well, that was a lot of Marvel talk. Holy shit.
Marvel cast.
Tell me about Forspoken.
The Square Enix one, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it today on Twitter this morning. Like, everyone with screenshots, like little clips. What is that? Tell me about. I've never heard
Nice.
of
It's
this
a
game.
new JRPG action JRPG from the team. It's a team that was created off the back of Final Fantasy 15. That are making it. It was announced.
What does an action JRPG mean? I don't understand.
Like.
It's an action RPG.
JRPG.
Okay.
Nier Automata would be an action JRPG.
What's Final Fantasy?
Less of just a JRPG.
That's not an action
And why would I
JRPG?
like that?
Final Fantasy 7 Remake might be a
Always
bit more
got
of
some
an
sort
action
of
one.
nasty
Yeah,
And 15 is a bit more action. But like a Dragon Quest is like a JRPG. Persona is like a proper JRPG. Anyway, yeah, so this was announced a couple years ago, I think, as Project Athia, and now it's got a proper name, which is Forspoken, and it looks really fucking cool. It's, you know, fantasy mixed with reality, like a Final Fantasy type deal. And it just looks really nice. I mean, we haven't seen a great deal of it, but it looks pretty. The world looks cool. The world looks interesting. Performance was nice in the one scene that we got to see. And I think it's a really nice concept. You've got like dragons and stuff, and fantasy mixed with like this cool, stylish scenery and like these, you know, civilizations and whatnot. The movement looks really nice. Like the character like jumping up these cliffs and shit just looks really fucking cool. I've needed a game that has really good, meaningful, quick movement and stuff. I feel like that's a game that, like, you know, you get obviously like Assassin's Creed, Mirror's Edge, stuff like that has really nice movement to it. So that'll be cool to have a game that's like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of love Japanese games now. Okay, it's kind of like the only thing I play.
I was about to say, you've really gotten into, after Final Fantasy VII, I think, was the, like, you already love Kingdom Hearts, but you sort of think, oh, that's just the exception, that's the one I really like.
Yeah.
But then once you, you know, went so deep into Final Fantasy VII, I feel like you're, that's it for you, you know?
Yeah, and I've like them Persona and whatever else. I just like them. I just think they're different. I feel like Western games have got so stale and samey for me, with the obvious exceptions of, you know, like your Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, Rockstar and stuff. But even then, like they can have a lot of similar tropes, like, you know, with your story-based games like your Uncharted or Last of Us, where it is, you know, they're similar-ish games in terms of sort of the way they do things, but they're so good in quality that, you know, they are good. But then you got like your Assassin's Creeds and stuff. And it's like, it feels like every game's the same thing. So
I did not
guess I've been
that.
just enjoying tapping into the Japanese do, and they always do it so well to such high quality. Like, you never play a brand new JRPG and it's like riddled with bugs and microtransactions. It's just like a good game. And I think that's cool. Like, the Japanese know what they're fucking doing. So I've been enjoying that shit. But the one game that I am very excited for, this is a separate point, is fucking Horizon Forbidden West. Might be my most anticipated game that's coming out soon, to be honest. Maybe even more than God of War.
Why is that?
Like,
why is Horizon?
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like God of War can come out whenever it comes out, and that's cool, and I'm gonna love it. But Horizon, there's something about Horizon that I love the mystery to it. I love the lore of it. I love the world, and I just want to be with Aloy again. I really, really do.
I want to be with Aloy again.
I fucking love her, and I just want, like, I can't imagine there'll be a day where I'm sitting down and I'm playing as Aloy again, and like you hear the Horizon music, and you're going through this mysterious world and like fighting the machines. Like, oh, it's gonna be so good. It's been so long. Like, it's been 4 years now since Horizon Zero Dawn came out. So
it's true.
I'm ready. I'm very ready for Horizon Forbidden West. I'm looking forward to playing it. So
no, I'm excited for Forbidden West. Well, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like, fucking can't wait to be playing as Halo again, and can't wait for all that stuff. I just think I haven't got hype for anything yet. I just don't. Everything's so far away. I'm not really thinking about it. Nothing's on my radar right now.
Yeah, no, me either. Nothing's like on my not on my radar. Just, I guess, Horizon's like the only one where I'm like, I can't wait for it. I can't wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
But it's not like, but other than that, there's nothing else like on the horizon that is, you know, I'm thinking about, I guess. I guess I'm so busy. I've got too much to do that I can't sit there thinking about, I can't wait for this game to come out. It'll just come out one day and I'll play it.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I'll be like, oh, it came out, that's cool, I'll stream it or whatever.
And I've got such a backlog of games to play anyway.
Yeah.
You know? I'm still got to play Melody. Can you just tell me what happens in Melody of Memory? What the fuck's going on?
I just tell you what happens.
Just tell me what happens. I don't care. I'm gonna play it. It's just a fucking...
Well, their tireless work. We couldn't
well, I mean, it's...
Spoilers for Melody of Memory.
Kyrie's going back through her, so she, obviously her heart's getting, like, their hearts sort of like joined in a special way and then came to one, and so they've got a special connection.
The point of Melody of Memory is they're like experimenting on her. It's what they set up in Remand, that they're going through her memories to see if they can
trying to see if they can find anything to do with Sora, right?
Yes.
So you get to the very end, that's where you get the cutscene, and you go through, and Kyrie ends up in the final world from Kingdom Hearts 3, and...
As in Keyblade Graveyard, or are you talking like...
The final world, it's called the final world.
Oh,
The one with all the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether like when you're between like not being dead and being alive, and like your heart sort of gets lost there. So she shows up there, and that's where she meets like the cognitive version of Xehanort, like the one that's in her head, like old man Xehanort.
Right. Okay.
And she has a bit of a fight with him. And then
He's just another greedy bastard.
I'm trying to think. Before that, we get a scene where we've got little Kyrie in Radiant Garden as it falls to darkness, and she's running around, and then she's caught by Apprentice Xehanort. So Terra Xehanort, when he was.
Is this playable or is this all cutscenes?
It's all a cutscene.
Okay.
It's all too convenient not to be.
And then Kyrie's put into this machine, which is seen in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and Union Cross. It's called the Ark, which is when you're in Hollow Bastion in KH1 and you're going back through all the world, you see it there. It's like these pods. And Xehanort saying that by sending her out in this, she'll lead him to the Keyblade wielder. And that's how she ended up from Radiant Garden to Destiny Islands, to be with Sora and Riku.
So this is like her actual memory of when she's a child?
Yeah, so it's like her memory of reawakening, so she doesn't remember.
Oh my god, so what, like, this is like young Kyrie was sent by Xehanort to Destiny Islands.
Yeah, and she doesn't remember any of that, because she's always said, like, the first thing that Sora asks Kyrie in KH1 is like, what about, do you not remember anywhere from where you're from? And Kyrie's like, no, I've told you before, I don't remember any of it. And this is her memories reawakening of why she left her home and how. And then it was Xehanort.
A 20-year payoff.
Classic Nomura. And so what Xehanort says is, if you land in a place that's neither light nor darkness, but somewhere in between, then we must abandon our mission because we failed. And that's the last thing he says to her before he leaves. And so, when she's fighting Xehanort, what happens is, it's fucking cool, she gets like knocked down to the ground, and Xehanort gets his Keyblade and like goes to hit her, and then it stops, and in the camera you can just see its Kingdom Key, and then the camera like pans around, and Xehanort's like, oh, look who's joined us, and then as Kyrie stands up, she like turns into Sora, like, so it's Sora's heart, finding Kyrie to be there to defend her, and he can't speak, and Xehanort's like, oh, like I expected, your voice can't reach us from where you are. And then there's like a boss battle and everything, and then Xehanort just reiterates what he said to her on that final day in Radiant Garden, which is that if you land in a place that's neither light nor darkness, then they failed their mission. And so they speak to Ansem the Wise when Kyrie wakes up, and he surmises that this place that's neither light nor darkness where Sora must be is somewhere that's the other side of their reality. So you've got, in our reality, you've got light, the realm of light, the realm of darkness, dreams, data, memories, all those places. But where Sora is this place, like Ansem the Wise calls it, unreality. And so the fairy godmother shows up, and she's like, okay, Kyrie's one of the keys, Riku's another one of the keys.
He can't crouch, can he?
About,
God damn it.
like, the tall buildings and everything in the city, which was that secret ending of KH1. And there's one more key that she has to take them to go and find. So the fairy godmother takes them to the final world again, where they meet the unnamed star from Kingdom Hearts 3, the girl that Sora says to stay strong, because whoever's looking for her will come and find her and whatever. And she knows, well, we assume she knows Yozora, because when she's speaking, the Yozora music starts playing in the background, and she is this final key to take them through to this unreality where Sora's heart, or where Sora exists. And so, when they're talking about the dreams that Riku's having, she says, like,
was over here?
So she recognizes the city when Riku's talking about it and names it Quadratum, which is the name of the city where we assume where Yozora comes from, which also means square in Latin, which adds a bit more to it, like, you know, being a game focused on Square Enix stuff with like Yozora being like Noctis or whatever. And then Riku opens the portal using the key provided by the unnamed star to enter this world where he thinks he's going to go and find and look for Sora, which sets up basically the next game. And other than that, Yensid sends out Mickey to go to Scarlet at Kylum to investigate about the Lost Keyblade Masters from Daybreak Town and Union Cross. And
so is that like, does he have to go through? Is that world still exists, or is that like a time travel thing?
We don't know. That's the final words are like you'll start your search in Scarlet at Kylum, and then it comes up to return Kingdom Hearts. So we don't know how Mickey's going to get there, but that's what he's been sent to do. And then also Donald and Goofy are going to Twilight Town, Land of Departure, and everywhere to tell everyone to call off their search. So all of the characters are basically done doing what they're doing. They've got to all come back to formulate a plan of what they're doing.
But even the Birth by Sleep crew, they're in the realm of darkness.
Because Riku knows where he's going now, so they don't need those people to keep looking.
Yeah, but how do they get to them in the realm of darkness?
I guess they just call them and go, hey guys, come on. I don't know, it's more of magic, I don't know how it works. But there's that, and then also Kairi is going to continue her training as a Keyblade wielder under Aqua, so they're going to train together, which is what Kairi wants to do, and Yensid was like, that's cool. And that's basically where we're at with everything. So Riku's off to Quadratum to find Sora, and Kairi's training under Aqua, and Mickey's going to Scala. So wherever they take that, we don't know, but it's interesting, and I think it's going to be cool, because I feel that the next Kingdom Hearts game, whatever they do with Riku, is going to be very Square Enix focused. I feel like the fact that it's called Quadratum, meaning square in Latin, is like it opens itself up for telling Square Enix stories. Like whatever happened to Cloud and Sephiroth at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, like they just vanished. Maybe they went back to their original world, which is maybe in this unreality. Maybe that's where they came from. Maybe they fell through at some point. Maybe we can go to Midgard.
So you think it's going to be less Disney? Is that what you think?
I think it's going to be less Disney. I think it's going to be a very different game. With Riku searching.
Is it Kingdom Hearts 4, or is it?
I think yes. I think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be the next game, and I think it's going to be about Riku searching for Sora, because you can't. I don't think they'll save Sora in a side game. I think that's going to have to happen in Cage 4, and it just makes sense to me that that's what they do. And Nomura said before that they want to do something different. So I just think it'd be interesting, and I'm all up.
So you're saying a main title of Kingdom Hearts game where we're not playing as Sora, there's no Disney World. I just don't see how that's possible. I just don't see how that's possible.
I think Nomura is such a mad con that he could do it.
I think it's a side game. I don't
think it's going to be a side game. I really don't.
Dream Drop Distance 2.
I think they're going to do it. I think it almost looked like it was going that way, but they've kind of like jumped over everything and been like, here's all the hurdles gone. Riku knows exactly what he's doing. Like, Riku is now, like, in Quadratum now. That's where we're at now. He's gone through the portal, and that's where the next game starts. But maybe what they could do is the first, few hours of Kingdom Hearts 4 is Riku rescuing Sora, and then we move on to, like, where do we go next from that? Because there's a lot of elements to play into it, like with Mickey finding out about the Lost Keyblade wielders, that ties into Master of Masters and Luciu, then obviously got Aqua and Kairi, and so all of those things could be tied up within the first few hours of Kingdom Hearts 4 to then have, well, now what's the next steps for Sora, and, what does he do next? And what does Sora and Riku find out in this unreality? How do they find things out? Because, what you could always do is have Riku find Sora early on, and then it's Riku and Sora together trying to get out of this other world.
Well, it's the same way as it's the same way as there's the start of Kingdom Hearts 2. There's a big section of Roxas, and at the start of Kingdom Hearts 3, there's a big section of Aqua, or there was supposed to be a big section of Aqua that they ended up making into.
But they released
0.2.
They died long ago.
So it's probably the same concept here.
Yeah, and that would be interesting to do.
Well, would you not? Here's an idea for you. Kingdom Hearts 3.5, as in a collection for this current generation consoles. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, Melody of Memory in 4K. The Dark Road as a movie, and then they also have this starting point of Kingdom Hearts 4 where you play as Riku.
You could do it. They could do it. I wouldn't be against it. I mean, I'm not against anything, to be honest with you. I played a fucking rhythm game twice. Like, they can do anything. I don't give a shit. I spent hours and hours and hours playing their fucking mobile game.
That's what I thought. This is the same area we were at before, wasn't it?
You can propose me anything and I'll say yes to it. So I'm perfectly happy with that. I mean, they still need to convey everything that happened in Union Cross to... I mean, it's still not quite finished yet. They're wrapping it up, but... It's still not quite finished. They still need to convey all of that to the player and to Sora. Sora
and
needs to
Nomura's
find
also,
out about this stuff.
He's making Final Fantasy VII Part 2 as well. He's got... This fucking mad cunt is doing so much.
He is, yeah. And I think that it'll be a bit smoother now, because obviously working on Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 at the same time is a big undertaking. But when they've already got Final Fantasy VII Remake now, like... You can now build off of that in a much easier way, and then Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever they do, you've got KH3 to work off of now, so it's going to be the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts.
And they said they're doing something, didn't they?
Yeah, they're definitely doing something. I feel like KH4 would be... I'm ready. I'm just ready for whatever he does, to be honest. I'm just so ready. I just love Kingdom Hearts so much.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, but yeah, they do need to explain Union Cross, because there's a lot going on there, and Sora still needs to find out. Sora still doesn't even know the chain of memories happened, so, you know, there's a lot that Sora needs to know, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they decide this, but I think Nomura's got a focus. I feel like he's got a focus now, and I feel like he doesn't want to spread himself thin again. Because it feels like he opened a lot of doors at the end of Remind, but almost answered everything in Melody and Memory and was like, no, this is what we're doing next. And he like knows what he wants to do, and he just wants to fucking do it. And I think Nomura, with Yozora and everything, I think it's set up like he really wants to tell a particular story, and I think he's going to go for it and do it with Yozora's story and how that ties into eventually going into the Master and the Full Tale of Lucio, and then you can do Disney stuff from there. But yeah, I think there'll be a lot
I don't
more Final
care.
Fantasy
Like, I'm
next
literally
game.
just gonna skip this.
I
I
think he wants to
literally
do a
don't
lot with
care.
it. And I wouldn't be mad at that. I think it'd be really interesting to tie
The end of Final Fantasy VII Part 3 connects with Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 5, they all meet, and it becomes like...
It's a mess. Just all of the franchises come together. But I think it makes sense because as well, like Sora ends up in Shibuya, like that then ties to the what ends with you. Zora links to Final Fantasy 15, and like, you know, what if they do decide to have one of the worlds be Midgar, and you've got Cloud, but Cloud and Sephiroth, but it's the Kingdom Hearts 2 version, not the actual game version sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be interesting to see them explore that. I think there'd be a lot you can do with that.
I think a big reason they didn't have Cloud and Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 3 was because they're making Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and they didn't want to like give you that payoff before they were literally about to start that story in its own game.
Yeah, it makes sense because it would give you like that sweet release of seeing them again after such a long time, and then Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
We'll just end here. Next episode we'll go into on.
Yeah, exactly.